Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of our semi-finals. If you joined us on Tuesday, I know you would have had a cracking time. We had 20 teams pitching their innovative ideas. We have our first 4 teams to go through to pitch on stage on Monday, the 20th of November for our grand final. We also have 4 teams as runner-ups that have gone through as showcase teams. And today we have 4 semi-finals for you with our last 4 spots in our grand final on stage pitching. And I know the competition is going to be fierce. Before we dive in, I just want to show you a map that should be relatively familiar. I would have been 5 when I saw this map for the first time. And what's fascinating to me is when I show you the next map, which is 65,000 years older than the first map, it's always so fascinating that it can be sometimes decades later that we see this. What I love is when I work in rooms full of young people, the gap between seeing the first map and the second map is quite close together. So to kick off today, I just want to acknowledge the traditional owners on the land in which we live, work, play, learn and create. I'm coming to you from Meanjin in Brisbane on Yagara and Turrbal land, and just acknowledge the lands that you're coming to us from, whether you're on the West Coast in WA a few hours earlier with coffee in hand, or whether you're joining us all the way down the East Coast for today's semi-finals. Welcome. You are in for a treat. And wherever you are, we would love for you to take a sneaky selfie and maybe post it across our socials. So don't be shy. Jump in, whether you're on Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook or wherever you find your socials. Grab a photo of where you are right now and please share it, because we would love to see what you're up to while you're supporting our young entrepreneurs today. Now, today's semi-finals are the culmination of our Activate program, which is a term-long enterprise thinking program that about 65 schools and 5,500 young people have run around the program, around the country this year. This program has a mission which is a little bit like this. So depending on the school, they'll contextualize it, but as an entrepreneur, pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. So today, you're going to hear from school-aged entrepreneurs who are pitching innovative ideas that make their world a better place. And at our grand final, we will crown one team our 2023 Future Anything National Grand Final winner. But let's meet a few of our previous winners. In 2018, we had Tanika from Springfield Central State High School in the Ipswich corridor in Queensland walk away with the win for her enterprise shielded socks. She created school socks that look like white school socks above the surface of the shoe, but had these cool patterns underneath the shoe line. And the metaphor behind her socks is you don't know what's underneath the surface for young people. A year later, in 2019, Springfield Central went back-to-back when Culturehood won. 3 young Polynesian students who stumbled across a statistic that said that those within the Polynesian community are statistically more likely to see or experience domestic violence than many other communities. And so struck by this challenge in their own community, that they created hoodies that had these Polynesian-inspired designs down the sleeve, and a portion of the profit sold from each hoodie went to support victims of domestic violence. We then go to 2020 with 3 young people from the Sunshine Coast that were baffled that we were still using physical shark nets off our coast that were trapping and killing sea life. So they took the technology that exists in wristbands that repel sharks from coming near surfers, retrofitted this on flotation devices, dropped these flotation devices off at intervals along the coast to create an invisible shield that they called an aqua shield. Then we go to 2021, and if you joined us for this grand final, it was held at Gardens Point at QUT, and man, was the weather bad. Okay, it was like storming something crazy. But emerging through the storm was Chloe, who took home a $14,500 prize package for her initiative, which is now named By Chloe. She makes handmade wheat bags, with each wheat bag funding a tree being planted through One Tree Planted. She's also in the process of actually starting a makers market, a youngpreneur market in the Moreton Bay area in December. So if you are a young entrepreneur and you would like to sell your wares at that market, please get in touch, because we'd love to connect you with Chloe. And now we go to last year, where 2 boys from the Goldie took the stage to use Kevlar, which is the same material used in bulletproof vests, to make dog beds. So their dogs would stop chewing and destroying every dog bed they were made. The prize package in last year's grand final was close to $20,000 in funding and support for these young men to take their idea out of the classroom and into the real world. Now, the question is, are we about to watch this year's winner? Who will take home the trophy and the prize package for 2023 final series? So how's today going to work? I'm going to talk to you for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to introduce our judges, who are pretty awesome humans. We then have 5 pitches from 5 teams before we will actually leave our judges to deliberate, and then allow you an opportunity to vote. Now, for the pitching teams, they have 3 minutes to pitch their concept. With 30 seconds to go, they will hear this noise. And then at the 3-minute mark, they will hear this noise. At which point they will be brutally cut off with applause. So no bonus time. It is a 3-minute hard finish. We then will bring the judges back on screen, and they will have 4 minutes to ask questions to clarify things about the team. At the end of the 5 pitches, the judges will return after their deliberation, and they will announce the winner of the semi-final, who will go straight through to our grand final as a pitching team. They will also announce a runner-up of this semi-final, and that team will go through to our grand final as a showcase team. And you, watching today, will have the responsibility during that judges' deliberation time to vote for your favourite pitch. And the team that amasses the most votes will win the people's vote, and they will go into a wildcard draw to secure a showcase spot at this year's grand final. So if you're watching, rally the troops, bring in who you can, organise a watching party, text your nana, whoever needs to be contacted to be watching, because every vote counts. In fact, in some of our semi-finals yesterday, we had 700 to 800 votes coming in a 5-minute period. It is fast and furious, and there is a lot of people backing our young people, which is super exciting. Now, enough from me. Let's actually introduce our judges. So we'll welcome them on screen. We have Aaron, Thea, and Matilda. Welcome, team. Awesome to have you here. Stuff like this doesn't happen without people like you. Aaron, I'll start with you. What are you looking for today? Now, you are no stranger to ideas being pitched. What's the secret sauce for you?
I think the main thing for me today is that the validation, like explain to me why with data, your great idea is indeed great, but really looking forward to the pitches today, Nick.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining us again. Great to have you back. Thea, first-time judge, welcome. Also no stranger to a cool idea, particularly with some of the great creative projects that Blackbird Foundation backs. What are you looking for today in a cool idea?
Yeah, I think you said it there, like creativity. I'm looking for really creative ideas, like creative solutions to problems, and also just people who understand the problem that they're actually trying to solve and their customers. So those are the 2 things I'm looking for today.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And Matilda, no stranger to education. And I think Aaron might have said your favorite word, which is data. So we're already like in the game here. But what are you excited about seeing today?
I think what I'm excited about today is to see pitches that balance originality with feasibility and something that makes me ask, what if? So something that really just piques my curiosity. That's what I'm looking for today.
Yeah, I love that. Just that little bit of excitement that sits behind an idea and you don't know where it comes from. Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you for joining us. I do not envy your position, if I'm honest. I'm much happier being on this side, because I tell you what, the judges had a really hard job on Tuesday, and I suspect you might be under the pump a little bit with this one, with the 5 teams. Should we just crack in? Should we bring our first team in and just get this started? Awesome. So our first team today, coming from the Queensland Academies of, where have I got it? Yes, Creative Industries Campus, Flip It. Team, how are we?
Good, pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, no nerves. You guys are just ready to roll. I love this. Well, you have 3 minutes on the clock. We're super pumped to hear your idea. So ready when you are.
We start. Okay, so personally, sports have always been a huge part of my life. And undoubtedly, same for these athletes standing next to me. When I came to Quacky, which is my school, it was shocking for me to find out that a lot of people actually do not enjoy exercising.
Next.
According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 adults do not meet the global recommended levels of physical activity. Australia is not an exception. These statistics really apprise us that it's not just their problem, it's also our problem.
Next.
Hey, I'm Jeha. This is Austin, Justin, and Ian. Our mission focuses on enlightening how fun exercising can be by sharing our experiences with them. Flip It is an interactive 3D stick designed to have sedentary lifestyles to help those who suffer from health problems due to lack of exercise. Each node features daily exercise prompts such as 10 push-ups and 20 star jumps. In between each activity, there will be encouraging words or fun fact related to exercising. After each activity, you'll rip off a page, and when you finish everything, a 3D object will be remained next, such as a trophy, like a reward from winning a sports competition, motivating user to exercise consistently, flip it, and rip it. Next. This unique approach of physical and psychological engagement stands out from our competitors to engage people to exercise. This seamlessly integrates physical activity into daily routines, addressing the widespread problem of inactivity and promoting a healthier lifestyle. Next.
Furthermore, Flip It is made of 100% eco-friendly paper that can be recycled and reused, which makes it portable and affordable.
Next.
This data here shows our customers' interest in Flip It, as well as our target customers' preferred social media platform. Our plan is to sell Flip It wholesale to online retail stores via online store and Instagram.
Next.
We will collaborate with fitness influencers such as Rachel Finch on our Instagram page. We will leverage off their popularity and branding.
Next.
Flip It retails for Flip It retails for $29.99 and we expect to make a profit of $23.38. Our unit cost is only $6.61. We will donate 5% of this profit to the Heart Foundation to support heart issues, a major problem caused by lack of exercise. We expect to sell 400 items a year, bringing those donations to $700.
Next.
Our growth strategy is to create a diverse range of Flip Its, better suiting customer individual needs and wants. We will also intend to create a premium subscription model, granting customers exclusive access to holiday themed Flip Its, taking the fun to another level.
Next.
We're here to ask for your investment of $10,000 and mentorship for 5% of our total profit. It is eco-friendly, affordable, and fun. Don't you just want to flip it and rip it?
Next.
Flip it and rip it. Oh, finish.
Okay.
Excellent work, team. I liked the little mini freak out when you thought that was the buzzer, but you still had 30 seconds to go and you smashed it with time to spare. Well played. Let's invite our judges back to see if they've got any clarifying questions for you. Aaron, only because you're first on screen for me, you get to kick it off.
Great, thank you. Well done, team. I really enjoyed the pitch. My question is, how do you plan on finding your customers? How do you plan on reaching them?
So according to our ideal customer profile, our main target customers are female, aged from 16 to around 25. And then we found that the social media like Instagram, TikTok, they use a lot of those nowadays. So we're mainly going to focus on social media marketing, I guess. Yeah, that's our plan at the moment. And partnerships like with those influencers or other character IPs to put in our product, I think that will also bring those interests to us.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Matilda, over to you.
Thank you very much, team. Loved it. Love the pitch. I really like the idea that you're talking about eco-friendly paper. So have you found out how you're going to source that and how you're going to do that to make sure that you don't contribute to environmental problems?
So we're planning to use bamboo paper, which is 100% eco-friendly. So although you throw all this out, it won't be a problem to our environment.
Excellent. Thank you.
Awesome. Thea.
Just had one question. That was a great pitch, by the way. I'd love to know a little bit about, so obviously like you flip it and there's like rewards and fun facts and stuff. What are the rewards that you get from flipping it?
So when we actually rip all these out, it will come out with like a little collectible that you can just display like that. So it's not completely ripped out, but then, for example, if you just rip all these out, this one's like a first prototype. This is like a cheese box. So for example, if you rip all those sticky notes out, there'll be like a 3D collectible that you can display in your room or something. So they can sort of feel the sense of achievement when they actually finish the product. So that'll be their main motivation.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great work, team. Also, so good to see like the little prototyping that you've done to really work on the idea. Excellent work. Team number one, I mean, you kicked this off amazingly. Well done, Flip It. You can rest now. There's a bit of an advantage to going first. You can just kind of relax into this. We're going down to Victoria, to our first Victorian school to jump into our Activate program. And so we've got Waves, first year in the program, got a team into finals. Pretty impressive. How are we feeling, team?
A little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous. Yeah. Do you know what? I often think that nerves are just a sign that you care about it. So, you know, that nervous energy is okay. The judges aren't looking for the pitch to be perfect. They're just looking to hear about your idea and how much you're excited about it. So you've got 3 minutes on the clock. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone. Nowadays, racial discrimination has become an unavoidable problem among people, especially teenagers. Next slide, please. As international students, we receive discrimination sometimes in our lives. We can understand the feelings of people who are discriminated. That's why we want to address this problem. Next, please.
So, what's the meaning of racism? Racism is an attitude of contempt, dislike, and exclusion towards people other than the race to which a person belongs. And this is manifest in speech and behavior. It makes a victim feel extremely uncomfortable and disrespect. We feel it deeply and empathize with it. Next, please.
How might we fight against racism? We have a project to address this problem.
First, we need to prepare the contents of books and promote them. Second, we sell storybooks to schools about anti-racism. These books are engaging and fun to read. We will use the genre fiction to bring awareness and educate on this issue. Both students and parents can read and benefit from them. Next one, please.
So we can sell 50 books to each school, enough for 1 year level, and they can pass it around between grades. There are about 30 secondary schools in the center of Melbourne City, and we sell about 1,500 books a year. But it's not just in the center of Melbourne, maybe the Victoria or the whole Australia. Next, please.
The cost of publishing a book in Melbourne is about $5 from $8, and selling it at $50 can make a profit of at least $7. Next slide, please. If we make a profit, we can also give speeches at schools. So if the situation is positive, we can set up a special agency for education and comfort people who are subject to racial discrimination. This is the context of our book. Next one, please.
We have some advantages of other similar groups. Our groups consist of 4 international students, and we pay attention to the feelings of all people.
As international students, we have empathy and enthusiasm. We think that other teams do not have enough comprehensive experience compared with us. Next, please.
Overall, everyone is going to be equal. Although times have changed, racism still exists.
We should include everyone as a part of the earth, embrace and respect each other regardless of race or background.
Hope that everyone agrees with our projects. We are all looking forward to the elimination of racism from this world. We need your help. Say no to racism. Thank you.
Excellent work, team. Really well pitched and awesome to hear how much authenticity kind of came through into that as well. I'll just wait for our judges to jump in. And Matilda, we're actually going to start with you. So any questions for the team?
Well done. And yes, certainly a really important issue that you're addressing. So thanks for that. My question to you was, how are you going to make sure that your target audience of other international students, how are you going to find them when you send the books to the other schools and make sure that they get access to it?
Okay. So our teacher will help us to find other school and we can sell books. We also can send video on social media, or we can find a advertisement company.
Awesome. Thea, over to you.
Awesome. Yeah, again, that was such a great pitch. Well done. I'd just love to know a little bit about the books themselves. Like, what's going to be in the books? Like, what are the books? I know it's going to be anti-racism, but like, how long are they going to be? Is it fiction, non-fiction? Is it storytelling? I'd love to know a little bit about them.
So our book is a novel. We will write this book. This book will about 5 stories based on the true story from our lives.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Aaron.
Well done, team. I really like the power of storytelling. So I love the idea. My question is, what do you need to bring this to life? What do you need to get your first book published?
We can find a factory to publish books, and we also can set up a website they can read online.
Okay, and have you thought about how much money or other resources might be required to do that?
We still need to research and contact the factory about that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, team. Some tough questions there. And I always love it when pitching teams can recognize the stuff that they know, but are also really good at saying, do you know what? We need to do more research on that. So that's fantastic. Excellent work. We're going to roll into our third pitch for the session. We're going to McGregor State High School. We've got Paw Print Books. This is McGregor's 6th year in the program. So veterans of our Activate program. Team, how are we feeling?
Yeah, a bit nervous.
A bit nervous.
Excited.
Awesome. Well, I just fuse that excitement and nervous energy together. So we're super excited to hear your idea and we're ready when you are.
What happens when you let go of your balloon? 280,000 end up in our oceans every year. What about that coffee cup you used this morning? 390,000 end up in our oceans. How about those single-use plastic bags? Over 1 trillion bags end up in our oceans. In the next 15 years, there will be more waste than animals in our waterways. Good morning. My name is Sarah and this is Alexis and we are the founders of Paw Print Books.
Our books help children who want to save endangered species by empowering them to take practical steps as active citizens to conserve animal habitats. Next slide. Alarmingly, Australia has the highest mammal extinction rate in the world. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, Australia has 300 endangered species, 86 of which are considered critically endangered. 34 mammals are now extinct. We want to make a difference.
Next slide. Our books save lives. We offer a selection of educational books for children aged between 4 to 8. We at Paw Print Books plan to both author and illustrate our books while redistributing 5% of our profits to the Nature Conservancy Australia. Next slide. Here is our first prototype. It is about an Australian sea lion named Bobo. On his travels, he encounters new and colourful creatures called plastic bags and bottles. Next slide. While inspecting the old critters, Bobo swims into a gill net and the water grows darker and darker. Thankfully, a group of friendly humans cut him free. We plan to sell via our company website, Instagram, and Facebook. Books will be posted in a 100% compostable mailer from Hero Packaging. Next slide. Each book comes with a complimentary bookmark so the children feel motivated to care.
The books are printed at a cost of $7 per book. Our products have a retail price of $20 a book. $1 from each sale will go to the Nature Conservancy Australia. We predict a profit of $1,200 per 100 sales. Next slide. We are seeking an investor with $5,000 to cover startup, production, and overhead costs. We welcome the support of a mentor to help us refine our idea. Next slide. Our first prototype has already been completed. Next slide. Extensive market research has been undertaken, with over 200 children and parents surveyed to identify which species people are most passionate about protecting. 29% of participants want to know more about the plight of the Chinese giant salamander, and 22% the non-bat. There was a strong interest from 15% who believes the northern bald ibis has the coolest hairdo and should be protected on account of this alone.
Next slide. We wish to educate the next generation. After having this idea for 2 years, we feel we are ready to take our idea to the market. We are passionate, dedicated students who are determined, and now it's up to you to make to help us make a difference. And once again, our books save lives. And thank you for listening.
Excellent work, team. I love the illustrations. They were so amazing. I'll just welcome our judges back. And Thea, we're going to start with you.
That was awesome. I loved that. Great work. I just had a question about marketing. Like, how do you guys plan to market this to your target audience?
So because we are partnering with Australia Nature Conservancy Australia, we do plan to have a chat with them and ask for them to put out a link to our website at Facebook and Instagram, and maybe even like have our books sold on there as well. And as we do expand, we do plan to put a lot of our profits back into our business to then expand to more foundations such as like RSPCA, and ask for them to also advertise our books.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and well done again.
Aaron, over to you.
Yeah, really well done. And I love the branding and the entire pitch itself. What do you need to really take the next step? What's the next step in the business?
The next step would be to have our prototype, have completed our prototype and have had book donations to, say, libraries and primary schools, so that we can get our name out there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Matilda.
Excellent. Well done, team. Love the pitch. So you mentioned there that you are looking for mentorship as well. So what are the areas that you think that your team would benefit from most in terms of mentoring to take your business to the next level?
I do think it would be very important for us to definitely maybe contact like a financial advisor of some sort to understand how we could better market and also price our items and organize the website, especially with shipping costs and printing costs.
Thank you very much.
Well done, team. Really insightful responses there that showed that you've done some really good thinking around the concept and next steps. So excellent work. You can definitely take some chill time now. And we're actually going to stay in Queensland, and we're going to Shayla Park State High School, and we've got Simply Smile subscription joining us for our pitch number 4 in this round. Team, how are we feeling?
A bit nervous. Yeah, definitely nervous.
Seems to be a bit of a running theme to be a little bit nervous. It can be a bit overwhelming to pitch, hey, and it's also hard because you can't see who's watching, although maybe that makes it better because you can't see the people in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pretend it's just you and me. Like we're just having a chat, all right? So cool. So we've got 3 minutes on the clock. Good luck. We're excited to hear your idea.
Thank you. What if I were to tell you that you had depression and then proceeded to stand here and constantly tell you how great life is? How would that feel? That feeling is reality for millions of people across the world. My name is Kate Whitman, and this is Isabel Bowen from Shayla Park State High School. We are the co-owners of Simply Smile subscription. Next.
Simply Smile subscription aims to reduce depression rates in both Australia and eventually globally. Depression involves the gradual decline in a person's ability to enjoy life. This results in the violation of the Article 25 of the UDHR, which claims that everyone has the right to adequate living standards, including healthcare.
The Australian Mental Health Commission states that depression is expected to become the largest single healthcare burden by 2030. If this were to be true, millions of people would not be able to access the healthcare they need.
On top of this, a survey completed by the Queensland government revealed that a large 59% of people don't seek help for mental illness for fear of being judged. It is imperative that action is taken, or we risk living in a world where sadness, suicide, and squalor is all we know. Considering this, we created Simply Smile subscription boxes to tackle this abominable issue. Next.
Our solution is a bi-monthly subscription box for those suffering from depressive symptoms. On the slide, you can see the products inside our repurposed box. Some items, such as the essential oils and the candle and tea, have been proven effective by professionals, as we want to make sure our solution is as scalable and effective as possible.
We also conducted a survey for our product, aiming it at our target market of women aged 20 to 40, which showed that they would consider buying our product, but would also like to see a diverse range of items in our boxes in the future. Our advertisement and customer channel will be on multiple online platforms. Through these channels, customers can give a subscription as a gift. Next.
Of course, we understand many small businesses have similar mental health boxes, so why is our idea the best? Judges, you should pick our idea because it is innovative, creative, and imaginative. The business model is sustainable, and we would love to discuss this further at a better time. Every box will be slightly unique, with potentially incorporating themed boxes.
How can you talk the exciting product that is sustainable, unique, and bound to elicit much needed change in our society? Kate and I acknowledge that while our product may alleviate depressive symptoms, it will never completely cure it. Due to this, we want to support mental health further by donating $5 of our profit per box towards the Mental Health Foundation. Next.
To start up the business, Isabel and I have made some calculations as shown on the slide. Our calculations show that it will cost Simply Smile subscription around $11.10 to make one box. If we charge $30 per box and 50 boxes are made for the startup, we will get back $945. For the startup of our business, we need $2,000 to achieve our mission, considering creation of the boxes, charity support, and publicity. Next.
Please help us help those in need. Depression is demeaning, detrimental, and deleterious, but we can't hide from it. Everyone deserves to smile. Our product vows to help victims of depression become their true selves and simply smile.
Excellent work, team. Like, I mean, you nailed the timing to a T. Like, I think it was like perfection on the 3-minute length. So well done. You can breathe now. We'll invite the judges back. And Aaron, we're starting with you.
Yeah, really well done. I love the detail in there and definitely a worthy cause. I'm curious, how did you come up with that pricing? That slide was quite fast, but how did you come up with that?
So we kind of just worked through each thing individually. It took a very long time because we made our prototype box, buying the things that we thought we needed, and then we just went back and went, okay, how much was the candle? How much was the wax? How much, was the essential oils that we put in the candle? So we went through everything individually, and then we came up with that. And then from there, we were just adding it all together to get our $11.10 amount to make one box. And then, we came up with the price of charging $30. And if we charged that, then we would get back $18.90 for that one box, and then we're donating $5. So we thought that was an okay amount for in terms of profit, and then we were just able to multiply that by 50.
Yeah, great. Well done.
Team, do you want to bring the box that's behind you a little bit closer to the camera, and then the judges are able to see it as well?
Yeah.
Come closer. Come closer, young. Yeah. I feel like it's perfect. Is there anything to see around yeah, cool. So just give them a bit of a look at it because it'll help them visualize what you're talking about as well. Oh, very cool.
Inside. Oh, oops,
yeah.
There we go.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. Matilda, over to you.
Well done, team. Love the pitch. Really well done. Slick pitch. I've had a question about publicity. You mentioned that you need some money for publicity. So I was just interested what you're planning publicity-wise to get this off the ground.
Yeah, so we would obviously use social media platforms because 20 to 40-year-old women are more likely to be on social media. And possibly if the business grew, we would maybe do what's the word? Sponsorships. That's the word. And kind of expand our publicity
With
and
like a website.
advertisements. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. I love the prototype, by the way. That looks sick. You've mentioned a few times now that your target audience is 20 to 40-year-old women. I'd actually love to know what research you did to kind of get to that target audience. Like, what did you do to kind of decide that that's your ideal target?
Yeah, Camila.
Yeah, sure.
So what we did for that is we found that the general age for people who experience depression, and we found that it was between 90 and 40 or something like that. And then we found who's most likely to buy subscriptions to boxes and other sorts of boxes, and that was 20 to 40. So we thought that was like a pretty reasonable age gap, so then we went with that. And also based on our box, you can see it's a bit more feminine, so then we decided to go with women there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thea, you just made me like feel my age when you used sick. I was like, I just don't have enough like youthful cred to be able to pull that word off in my vernacular. So I love that you've brought that like to the judging panel. Like I think you're really bringing us like into that really youthful level, which is great. So um team, that was so great. So Isabel and Kate nailed it. Love your pitch. You guys can rest easy and breathe now. So great work. Gosh, team, like 4 down, 1 left to go. Time flies when you're having fun. We're heading to Marsden State High School and we've got Astro Risks joining us. How are you feeling, Junie?
I'm all right. I'm a bit nervous, but also a bit excited. So.
Oh, good. Well, we are so excited to hear your idea. So don't worry about the pitch being perfect. Just be yourself. That's all we're looking for today.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck.
Good morning. I've always had a passion for space, in particular astrophysics. I've always been very vocal about this interest and my dreams of one day becoming an astrophysicist. However, recently I encountered a teacher who believed that astrophysics was a field only for men. This sparked my determination to challenge such closed-minded thinking. Allow me to introduce you to my brand, Astrovis. Next slide. The field of space science has traditionally been male-dominated, with women only making up about 20% of its workforce. This underrepresentation persists due to the stigma that space science is a masculine field of work, and I aim to change this perception. Next slide. Astroris offers handmade bracelets, with 25% of our profits going to support women's space organizations. Through this brand, I hope to inspire young women not to shy away from their passion for space and STEM and to embrace their femininity simultaneously. Unlike major jewelry companies, we not only create unique bracelets, but we also contribute to women in space. Next slide. My bracelets feature hand-sculpted glow-in-the-dark charms. They are made with care and are built to last, with production costs of approximately $1 each and selling for $10. Next slide. With an $100 startup investment, I plan to sell 100 bracelets, with making $500 in revenue. $500 in revenue will be reinvested and $250 will be donated. I've received interest from peers and sought advice from experts like Lisa Harvey-Smith for suitable organizations to support. With my experience in jewelry making, I can promptly create these products. My business will initially operate online, targeting young women who frequently engage online, with future goals at selling at locations such as planetariums. Next slide. My slogan, Explore the Galaxy, is about making your dreams come true despite discouragement. Thank you for listening.
Great work. I love how much of that was like linked to your lived experiences and like the skills and the interests that you have. Like beautiful to see those things collide in your pitch. So thank you for sharing that. Matilda, we're throwing to you first.
All right, well done. Love that. Thank you very much. And I share your passion for seeing girls sort of take up their positions in science places, and particularly in the field of astrophysics. So I'm also interested in that notion of how are you going to find the girls or the people that's your target audience? How are you going to reach the young people who may actually be sort of hiding a bit under the bushel at the moment because, as you say, there's not too many young girls taking up fields of astrophysics?
Yeah, at my school, I go to the excellence program, and there's a lot of very interested in science girls there because it's the academic excellence. And a lot of my peers have told me that they would really like to buy this because they enjoy, they enjoy space and they enjoy wearing cute things. I also have, I mentioned this before, I aim to advertise online and sell online, and I have a large following of over 50,000 followers online already. And I post about fashion and sewing. So I think that would be great, that those people would be interested.
I love that you just dropped that in then. Oh, by the way, I've got 50,000 followers. Like just a little mic drop moment that you just pop in there. Thea, over to you.
Yeah, I honestly had to take a moment there. I was like, what? That was sick.
Me too.
So that was such a cool pitch, by the way. Thank you so much. I think it went by really quickly in the slide, but I think you said previously that you needed $100 to produce 100 bracelets.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through how you came up with that?
Oh, I just I just looked at how much I would need to purchase, and then I did the maths. I haven't printed out. I had like a whole sheet saying it, but I haven't printed it out, so it's not right in front of me. But yeah, I just looked at all the materials I would need and then divide it by, I just did a bunch of maths.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I think I've got like 5 followers like on my socials platforms, and they're like my family. So Aaron, over to you.
Yeah, well done. And yeah, it's a super interesting field. I actually studied astrophysics at uni. And
I forgot space was your thing.
Yeah, space. So space cadet. So I absolutely love this, and this resonated. And amazing pitch, and well done. I think maybe to ask us a slightly more difficult question, how can you prove that this will actually solve the problem that you're looking to solve for, I guess?
I don't know. I just want to encourage people mainly with the brand, and I want to like make it something that you can be proud of, that, and also to donate money and to donate money to these organizations that I haven't actually seen that many, which is why I had to reach out to Lisa Harvey-Smith to actually find them. So I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about, and like needs to be brought up.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I appreciate it was a bit of a curveball question, but that was a really great answer. Thank you.
Excellent work. We were at a conference in South Australia, and I asked everybody for what's the weird thing that they know a lot about, to try and connect with different people. And I asked Aaron what his weird thing was that he knows lots about, and it was space. For the record, my weird thing was birds and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I feel like this is a safe space for me to share both of those things. So, Dooney, thank you so much for your pitch and for sharing so much of yourself through that experience. So we really appreciate it. And the pressure now moves from our teams to our judges. So this is the best part, because you guys can just chill out and relax, and then the judges have to go into the pressure pot to pick a winner and a runner-up. So we will bid you farewell while you move into another Zoom room to duel it out amongst the 3 of you. And whilst they deliberate, we are also opening the people's vote. So there is a QR code and a link that is on your screen now. And we will give you about 5 minutes while the judges deliberate. So jump on there, vote for your favourite team, because the team that amasses the most votes will go in the wildcard draw for a spot at the grand final. We'll see you back in 5 minutes. All right. Fast and furious judging. I feel like I need to ask off the back of that last conversation. Thea, if I said to you, what's like a weird niche thing that you know a lot about, what would be the weird niche thing that you know lots about?
This changes weekly, but lately it's been like Greek mythology and the Trojan War.
Really?
Yep. I don't know why,
that.
But yeah.
There's a book that I love. I think, is it called Circe by Madeline Miller? Like, it's this combination of like fiction and non-fiction, and I think it's based on like the Trojan War or one of her other books, but I remember really enjoying it. So very cool. Matilda, what's your weird niche thing that you nerd out about?
The weird, well, there's the proper things that I love indulging in music. So passionate about music, making music, still do, and yeah, just all types of musics. But the other guilty pleasure that people often don't know about me is I absolutely love Formula One. But I hate watching Formula One races. It's too boring for me to watch the whole race, but I always know who's where in the Constructors' Championship and who's where and who's in which team. So I watch the highlights, I read about it ferociously. Yeah, so that's my guilty pleasure is Formula One racing.
I just never saw that coming. Like, of all the things that you were going to say, that's so good.
Probably the stats in it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the data. Oh, I love this so much. All right, sorry, back on track. This is, the teams are like, can we roll this on, Nick? Like, we're waiting for a verdict here. All right, I'd love to hear first, who's the chief spokesperson? Who is the tribute?
Apparently I'm the only one with a voice today, with a proper voice.
That's probably fair too. Yeah. All right, awesome. So I'd love to hear first maybe what was some of the conversations behind the scenes without revealing a team's name, and then we'll do the runner-up, and then we'll do the winner.
All right. So I think what we were really impressed by is that all the teams really explored their problem spaces really well. There were some really meaningful problems that you tackled, and we just love that we could see that you really care about the causes that you were championing. So that's something that really stood out to us. One of the things that we thought would be great to have perhaps a bit more storytelling, and to just connect personally to your causes, to why this really matters to you. That would really add just another level to the pitches. And then one of the other things we really liked is just that balance between what I talked about earlier, between the originality and the feasibility, and the prototypes that people made really helped to bring that to life, to show us that, yeah, this is an idea that actually is intriguing, is exciting, but actually does have potential wings to fly.
Excellent. All right. Well, love that. And the power of a story is so critical, I think. You know, people connect to people before products sometimes. So, you know, that founder story is so powerful. All right, let's reveal. You've obviously had some tough decision making. Who is our runner-up and will be going through as a showcase team at our national grand final?
Yes, so as you say, Nick, definitely tough decision making for us. And there were such beautiful things in each of the pitches and each of the products being championed. But in the end, when we had to make our decision, our runner-up team is Simply Smile Subscriptions.
Well done, Shayla Park State High School.
Amazing.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, girls, we love the box that you've shown us, the prototype, and really, as we said, a meaningful cause. So well done there, and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Isabel and Kate, congratulations. You're going through as one of our showcase teams at the grand final. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excellent. All right, Matilda, the drum roll. Which team is going through to pitch on stage at our national grand final?
The big reveal. The team that we've chosen as the winner from this semi-final is Paw Print Books.
McGregor State High School. Well done.
Are you on the screen? I don't know.
Not yet. Yes.
There they are on the screen.
Oh, thank you so much.
Once again, girls,
Alexis
we really
Sarah.
love the prototypes that you've shown. It is, again, it's a really important cause that you're championing, but you've shown us that this is a real feasible idea, and we really believe that you can and you should take this idea all the way.
Thank you so much.
Excellent work, team. You'll be pitching on stage at the national grand final next month. Well done. Excellent. Right, I have the votes that have come through. So there was some furious voting while you were deliberating in the judging room, and I can reveal it was close. Okay, so it was fierce between the schools, but the winner of our people's vote in semi-final 5 for today is Astro Riss. Well done, Judy from Marsden State High School. Yay! Congratulations. So you've got a little bit longer to wait to find out whether you go through to the grand final, but you're in with a hot chance as one of our wildcard teams. So well done.
Thank you.
Excellent work. Judges, thank you for your time, your deliberation, and sharing the weird niche things that you have quite obsessions with behind the scenes. That's probably my favorite part. We can't do stuff like this without people like you. So thank you for your time and for supporting our young people with their cool ideas.
Thank you. It was a delight.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. All right. Well, legends, that is our first semi-final for today, done and dusted. But never fear, there is more to come. So stick around. But in the meantime, if you want to nab yourself a ticket to the National Grand Final, we're actually 50% sold out already. So if you were sitting on grabbing some tickets, I would strongly encourage you to do so sooner rather than later. Monday, the 20th of November at the Triffid in Brisbane. And don't fear if you are in WA or somewhere else in the world and you won't be able to make it in person, that same link will take you to where you can secure live stream tickets so you can join us from the couch in your pajamas. So as I said, we're already 50% sold out. So if you're keen to jump in, definitely grab those tickets sooner rather than later. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our amazing teams and the teams behind them. So teachers and caregivers that made it possible for our young people to pitch today. You were all outstanding. If you had a good time, in 30 minutes, we're going again. So please stick around because there will be another 5 remarkable teams sharing their ideas for us in our next semi-final. See you soon.